You know how this looks, right? Very weird.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is crazy looking. That is crazy as hell looking. Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back as we finally get into the season finale, of season 1, that is, of Mr. Robot. Guys, before we get into this, again, I always try my best to highly recommend checking out the intros and the outros to these videos, because these are TV shows where there's a lot packed in. There's so much packed in, and there's so much outside of the greater initial reaction and first time experience of watching this. I feel like being able to contextualize and finally get my thoughts together and being able to express that during the intros and especially during the outros is a good way to have a even greater experience and build up leading into the next reaction. So definitely check it out. I feel like we talk a lot about the filmmaking. I think we talk a lot about the stories and the characters and a lot of other fascinating things to be talked about when it comes to what is going on in this damn show. It's incredible. It's incredible for so many reasons. And the last episode was brilliant. That's probably my favorite episode so far within the season. And I say so far because I don't know how this episode's going to pop off, but episode 9 was brilliant. It answered all our questions and brought forth more. I felt like I was so locked in on Elliot that I forgot to mention, what's happening with Angela and how the guy came to her house and offered her a job at E Corp. So now we have this interesting thing that can happen where, let's say, for instance, Angela, we don't know the answer yet, but let's say, for instance, she does decide to take this job. This weirdly puts Elliot and Angela on opposing sides, which complicates things to a massive degree. Because if I'm thinking of anybody that knows Elliot and can be a close friend of Elliot, let alone hug Elliot, it's Angela. So that conflict that could be built in later seasons, if they decide to go that way, is interesting. In fact, there's a lot of challenges that we can bring forth to our main character and a lot of decisions that definitely would have to be made. Challenging decisions that our characters can be tested and tried against and truly mature and elevate the stakes, but also our characters within this story that has already knocked it out the park when it comes to those specific themes. So I'm excited to see how episode 10 is and just see if Gideon is going to lose his mind. I feel like Gideon right now is he's becoming more of a tragic character, like a Jesse, a Howard, someone who is just a solid person, just stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and is unfortunately unable to squeeze itself out. So I'm not sure where this is going to put someone like Gideon, because we're focused on Elliot, and we're focused on Angela, and we're even focused on Tyrell. Everybody, at least in their eyes, has a right to do what their actions require them to do. However, what does that leave people in the middle of it? Where does that leave people who have to be at the consequence of somebody's cause and effect? And I feel like we're going to find that out in the best way through Gideon. I feel like Gideon is in a interesting position because you can see how, he's Elliot's boss, but how in the grand scheme of it, he's truly powerless. And what that does to somebody and how that can affect somebody who's just innocent, who's just trying to do their job and who's unaware of the crazy hacking and has these philosophical desires to fulfill and sees society in this way and that way, where they just want to be able to live a good life. It's going to be interesting seeing how that world that he's trying to build is going to be stripped down and crumbled away. And I'm sure it's not going to be a fun watch because he really is a good person, at least from his character. He really is a good person. And even Elliot is saying, who hacks everybody and finds the demons in anybody's closet, even states that Gideon is a good boss. He's a good person. So it's just interesting to see how these ripples are going to, go throughout all of society. How the greater public is going to react. How Elliot is going to react. How people who win are going to react. How people are going to lose are going to react. And who on the sidelines are going to see this and decide to step in to the cage. I'm excited. As you can see, there's a lot going on, and I'm excited to see how this episode kind of plays with some of the ideas, confirms some of the other ones, and maybe straight up just prove me wrong on other ones as well too. So, like I said, I'm excited. I'm going to jump into the season finale here. As always, if you want to be able to continue with the momentum, check out 2 episodes per week rather than 1. Check out the Patreon. It's the best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. At the end of the day, you don't have to do any of those things. Just sit back, relax, get your popcorn and snacks as we hop into the season finale of Mr. Robot.
Women, I got digital proof of all of it. And if you don't stop seeing Krista, your wife will know everything.
Done.
And one more thing.
I gotta say, it's also interesting seeing how power, just the word power, is being used in all flexible senses. How Tyrell tries to get power, how society tries to get power, how Elliot, how Angela, Mr. Robot.
Come later. Elliot, listen to me.
It's fascinating.
Who are you talking to?
Since last month, E Corp has moved its tapes to 5 backup facilities.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even talk about the White Horse or the White Lotus or whatever the freak the Chinese hacker group is about and what their plans are. What are they going to be doing when this happens? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we are back to this dude. I cannot believe that.
You look great. Can I get you a drink?
Look, Michael, I don't...
Yeah, man, she bad as hell. Why are you cheating on her, bro? Even if she wasn't, you shouldn't do that.
We need to talk about this.
Yeah, well, even then, she still won't be able to snitch. She's under a code, which I hope she'll follow, so... Also, he's a douchebag, so... Don't you dare rat out Elliot. Don't you dare.
This sick fucker not only hacked me and ruined my life, he stole my dog on top of it.
Bro, whatever, man. Whatever, bro.
This kid should not be allowed to do what he did. He hacked into my private life. And then those Ashley Madison dumps happened.
I'm so curious to see how they shot this shot. Shooting at night is difficult. Shooting outside at night in New York City with good lighting?
I can't talk about this with you.
Hey, you have to help me catch him.
Look at everybody instigating. Look, everybody in the background instigating, bro. Yeah, that's New York.
Evidence.
That seems about right.
This kid is good, Krista.
I would be too.
He was
All right.
routing through something called proxies or something.
Eat my steak. One ear open.
Just what exactly do you think I can do?
Maybe he said something, you know.
Man, she ain't no snitch. Get out of here, bruh. Privilege of information.
He never told me anything. I can't help you.
Let's go. She is dope. Let's go. Yeah. Nice. All right. It seems like it's going down. It seems like this might be going down this episode. I would hope so. That's a great way to leave off on this season. That's a good high note. But it's a lot. So this is an ambitious episode right here. If they decide to do it, they could just tell me to shut up and wait next season.
This is Tyrell's. Why were we in there?
Oh, don't tell me you don't have any cash.
He blipped out again.
You shit out of luck.
He blipped out again. Mr. Robot is still here. He blipped out. All right, Angela, let's see how you do this. Let's see what the game plan is for this. They're coming in during a very tough time for them.
It took you so long. I just had to shower and change.
Oh, she accepted the job. She accepted the job. Okay. Wow. Makes sense. I feel like she's smart enough to play the long game. Question is he strong enough to last?
I'm sure he had his reasons. Besides, whatever, the point is it worked.
Jesus, what did I do?
We need to clean up and get the hell out of here.
Were you there? Did you see it?
Wow, that's such a good way to put us in the moment. Similar to Elliot, because he blipped out. Yeah, this is affecting the entire world. This affects the entire world economy. This is insane.
So, okay, your burn rate, that's rent and utilities alone.
Look at this dude Gideon, bro. I feel so bad for him. He is trying his absolute best to just stay alive. I feel like he's numb.
All their 401ks were tied up in the market, which is expected to plummet once the bell.
No. This is exactly what we were talking about in the intro. Damn, that's so terrible.
If what they're saying about these F Society hackers is actually true, you'll now have no debt.
I mean, hey, that sounds good. That sounds good. That's a really good, win-win situation. I mean, his feelings are hurt, obviously, but still, good win. No debt.
Take an incomprehensible amount of time to crack. That all of their data is actually gone. For good.
Dude, this is happening, man. This is happening for real. Like, the plan is working.
I have to find him. I have to know what happened.
I love that this episode is lesser about how this plan is going to work and more so the after effects, again, of when it works, now that it's done.
He's not here.
How does society cope with this?
You owe these pigs has been forgiven by us, your friends at F Society. The market's opening bell this
God, I love these shots. I love that it's showing everyone just staring up at the screen. F Society really just ran this.
that you will forge a better world. A world that values a free people. A world where greed is not encouraged. A world.
That's crazy, bro. What the heck? Look at all the people with the F Society mask. Oh no, I feel like hell might break loose.
Are finally awake!
I'm so curious how they shot the behind the scenes to this. That's really incredible stuff what they're doing.
You don't have to. It's just sick.
That ain't on me. I gotta pay the bills. It's the only reason why I'm here.
God damn.
Run all the scenarios of our little revolution here, but using a dead puppy oven was not on my list.
Yo, facts. That is hilarious in the most disturbed way possible. Yo, man. Hey, there you go. You just get one of them, man. Or all of them, if you could. Oh! I just realized who was walking up to Elliot, and I just realized on the door he was just knocking at.
What did you say your name was?
I'm Ollie.
Ollie, good save. Good save. That was a good save, Elliot.
There's something about her. I feel like she can hear us.
Wanted my advice?
That's a good description of her. He feels like she can hear us. I agree.
Last week, I think.
Really?
Dude. She's kind of scary, bro. She is kind of sketchy.
He was acting very strange. Last I saw him. 3 days ago.
last I saw him 3 days ago. So that means Tyrell has not came back.
You okay?
She looks like she is ready to rip that baby in half. Oh my god, dude.
Anyway,
she's crazy. She's crazy.
Thank you. Ollie.
She's beautiful, but she'll rip your head off, man.
That if in fact F Society's claims are true, your data is inaccessible and could prove nearly impossible to recover. And given that there does seem to be some legitimacy to this...
I love the shots where they show different perspectives, especially when there's another screen involved.
The bottom line is
just to showcase the magnitude of this, and also the different perspectives that this series provides.
About the only thing we do know for certain is that this will be impossible to fix.
Man, society is going to go crazy right now. What is he about to do? Oh, what is in that bag? Oh, wow, this got dark. What the heck, bro? Dude, yo, that was crazy. Yo, Angela just witnessed a self-execution. Oh my goodness, on live television. She was right there, bruh.
For the day.
Again, I love that shot where we had a close-up of her shoes, paralleling to prior to the meeting where her shoes were clean and she was nervous, and now they're numb and bloody.
Yeah, I'm holding a press conference this afternoon. Since you're new to the PR department, I think you should attend.
Dude, she is snake weighing her way through this company. This is incredible. You guys are just giving her plays. That's crazy.
The invitation is open. You should change your mind.
She can give her money for new shoes. No way. No freaking shot, bro. This guy.
You need some new shoes. Those won't do anymore.
Oh my God. Bruh. Dude. Yo, that is just... I can't even comment on that. That's so disrespectful.
I know this looks bad, but I'm sure there's an explanation.
I don't think you killed Tyrell, bro. I don't think you killed Tyrell. He's way too important. He's just way too important.
You guys are acting like we're walking towards doomsday here.
Well, it does say here it's an end of the world party.
All right, my thing is, and this might be in the later seasons as well too, but y'all aren't going to just leave scot-free. Like, I'm sure you're gonna have people chasing after you.
The world and then disappears yet again.
Like, you mess with people's money. You mess with everybody's money. You're gonna make some enemies and they will try to get you.
He won't come out to play if I ask, so maybe I gotta force his hand.
I need to use the landline.
Oh my goodness, so now he's like at odds with this person. And here he is. Popped out like a charm, knew exactly what was happening. That's so wild, man.
Witness this thing? And you're here to buy new shoes?
Yikes. Yeah, that's I swear it's not how it seems.
Are well documented and it's all despicable. Listen, this isn't my business, but don't drink their Kool-Aid.
Don't drink their Kool-Aid.
You should hear yourself.
I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I'll try the Pradas next.
Ooh. Damn. God damn. I'm having so much fun with this episode, bruh. There's so much spice to this one.
Get your caramel latte. It's on me. Where is he?
You know how this looks, right? Very weird.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy looking. That is crazy as hell looking.
We made a deal that helped us both.
Tell me where he is!
You're starting to attract some attention. I recommend you get one of those Bluetooth headsets. That way people just think you're the local douche.
That is funny. I remember when those Bluetooth headsets just started to like get more popular. I thought people were just crazy. Especially when you're living in Philly. Like, come on, man.
So do you.
Because people do that without the Bluetooth headsets.
Hey, man. I gotta tell you, I had sex with your mom this morning, and it was fantastic.
Oh, damn. Oh, this is not it. This is not it. He's gonna get beat up.
I'm only supposed to be your prophet. You're supposed to be my God.
Dude, it's the other way around. Elliot has absolutely no control when he's there. Which is scary, man. There are so many elements to this story that I sometimes can't even comprehend how they're balancing this so well. But they're doing it.
Very nice.
And I really do think the tether between it all is just the characters, man. The characters are so strong in this series.
Whoever's behind this, they're just people.
Angela's playing a
Like
very
you.
smart game, by the way.
Me.
It's, again, if she's playing the long game, is she able to sustain that? Because there's a lot of brutality playing these games. We already witnessed a little bit of it in a shoe store.
Well, be that as it may, I find you refreshing. You're young, bold.
I love it because I know Angela is probably like, yeah, I'm going to manipulate that.
Come on. There has to be
She
more.
is pulling those strings like puppeteers. I just hope that she isn't getting played.
You're still thinking about this morning.
You're still thinking about this morning. Oh my goodness. This guy is callous, bro.
The world was a little better off knowing he wasn't in it anymore.
This dude's basically a psychopath. He just doesn't kill anybody. But he's a psychopath. This dude loves power. That's his form. That's how he plays with it. And then he's gonna go out and give a speech. That's crazy, man.
For far too long, I'm so sick of your whining. It's not gonna change anything anyway.
Please, you have to do something. You have to help me.
Hey, you say you didn't trust me. You say you didn't trust me.
They can't help us. We have to do this together, just us.
I'm joking, Elliot. I really wish I could trust you, bro.
No, this isn't my family. None of them are real.
Neither is whoever you're talking to.
This thing really plays with that inner dialogue. I don't know if you guys have that. I have that. But it's psyching me out, man. That's why Tyrell's wife actually freaks me out.
Altering chemicals in the form of food. Brainwashing seminars in the form of media. Isolated bubbles in the form of social networks.
I don't know why this moment reminds me of the judge from Blood Meridian.
Turn of the century. We turned it off.
Just embracing the chaos. Just being like, this is what it is. This is what we crave for.
I need to be alone.
It is crazy how he at first didn't want to be alone, but now he truly is, and I love that. We are literally getting that. Empty streets, no sound, maybe just the whistling of the wind pushing the trash on the ground. I think this also is a brilliant example of just showing just how powerful Elliot's mind is right now. I mean, it's incredibly unstable, but this is insanity. I'm telling you, man, this show is so great for being able to pair what's happening here and bring it to a whole other level by connecting it with the realities of the things that are happening within our world. Ooh. Oh, man, that's where they ended? Oh, that's crazy. All right, I know there is a secret, well, not secret, but just like an after credits scene, so we're going to look at that right now. What in the eyes wide shut is this, man? What? This looks like something you should not be at. I love this really cool floating camera that's following this car. Oh, is this White Rose? Does this have to do with the White Rose? Only reason I know is because I feel like that's Asian hair. That's the only way I knew. You guys are wondering how I'm able to like tell certain things. That's the only thing I'm going off of. Yep. Okay. I saw the back of his head and I was like, yeah. Wow, he's meeting with the CEO of E Corp. They're in cahoots, man. Or at least close friends. Or at least close.
Legend has it that he played it merrily as he watched.
As he watched?
As he watched Rome burn.
That's a hard line to say right now. Wow. What is going to happen in season 2, y'all? What is going to happen? All right, everybody, we just got done the season finale with a little bit of the after credits of Mr. Robot. This show is incredible. I'm locked in completely. I'm so ready for season 2. But before that, we're going to hop into season 2 of The Bear. And then after The Bear, we're going to hop back into Mr. Robot for the foreseeable future. So I'm excited to see where things leave us off with. This show, I didn't think that there would be a show that I could feel the same way with Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, even with Dark as well too. This show is definitely tapping that. Not even tapping that. I think it's definitely on that level right now, which is awesome. That, like, it's so great. I can see why now a lot of y'all wanted to have me watch this, and not just because of the filmmaking, commentary, and all of that good stuff. Which there's a lot. I mean, this show, similar to Better Call Saul, for cinematography reasons, I can fill a whole book up with just commentary. But you know, if you guys have been watching me for a good bit now, these have all the characteristics to a story that I personally really love, that I'm personally lean more with my bias towards when it comes to philosophical questions about society, when it comes to technology, you know, things like that. I'm a big fan of science fiction. Science fiction does the same thing. I'm a big fan of sci-fi that does the same thing as well too, especially when they're done really well. They engage with politics, they engage with the individual and how the individual feels within the collective group of society, and how a story, how a narrative can kind of work its way around that. I love Blade Runner for those reasons. I love Tron for those reasons. I love a bunch of other films that I've watched on this channel that dance with the same elements that Mr. Robot decides to tackle, and now has the opportunity to dive even more into them because of the TV show format. This is awesome. I love the main character. Elliot is such a fascinating character that I still feel like there's more to unbox with him, even though this entire season, I feel like, I mean, we started not even 6 feet deep underground when it comes to like Elliot and his character and finding out about his character. But I mean, we were at the core of the earth. We did not know what was truly happening. And even when I was guessing it correctly, every step of the way, the show, I feel like the show knew that, and it implemented all these other, almost like, you know, the hacking, which is basically the center focus of this story as well too, or at least one of the things that is used to help the center focus. I feel like that's what was done with me. They put up a bunch of firewalls whenever I was nearly compromising the themes, or like the greater story, the greater mystery. And it's great seeing how all those firewalls finally let up, and we're able to see the significance of everything now, understand the weight of everything, and now have our character not be as oblivious, not be as ignorant to that as well too, so he can feel the weight, so he can feel that much more. Because when we begin with Elliot in the first episode, he's numb. Obviously there's a person there, but how he goes about his, I guess you could say his vigilance is numb and not as large scale as his, recent conversation about saving the world. And throughout this entire season, we watch as that kid-like dream transform into something that is very real now, but also what happens to this person who was once that kid and how he feels with that now. It's like that similar saying of like, okay, you can strive for something, or you can, dream for something, but it might not be what you expect it to be when you're there. It's like that, but taking that theme and almost like branching out hundreds of variations from that, and completely complicating that to like 100 degrees because of his mental state of mind. It is not okay. It is not okay. But because of this, we are engaging on Elliot's. We're firing off all cylinders, with Elliot when it comes to the plan that he's creating, when it comes to just how he feels and his emotions, and how he's not numb, but then when he becomes numb, how he feels vulnerable, how he feels alone, and then when he wants to embrace that loneliness. And being able to now look back on previous episodes with the context of information that we understand now gives rewatchability to this entire season, and that's really exciting. And probably is super hilarious for whenever he is talking to Mr. Robot. Now I know he's probably just talking to himself, so it's kind of funny. And that's just Elliot. There's a laundry list of other characters that I feel just continuously grow in complexity and importance. We got Gideon, who is Elliot's boss, who at first you see him as just a guy who's doing his job, but the story takes that and it's like, yeah, it's true, but there's also this he has to worry about. There's also that. There's also this. There's also that. And it's like taking what we initially understand of a character and almost like telling it to walk on a thin line over a giant whirlpool. It sounds simple, but try balancing that and doing the action. It's a lot more difficult in action. And seeing Gideon being this very innocent person in between all of this, it's fascinating because it allows us to see Elliot and understand his motivations and the selfishness that is rightfully so, but also this uncomfortable nature of the fact that he's also harming good people by doing this. Yeah, he's saving the world, but there's a lot of good people that now are going to suffer and have to suffer because of that. Same thing with Angela and how she's now working at E Corp and is probably going to be at the complete opposition of Elliot, and they're best friends. So there's this thing where power, and with Tyrell, and I think Tyrell is a beautiful example of this, where you have people and their desires and their strive for power, and they're willing to do anything to have it. Tyrell putting on the gloves and beating up homeless people, like paying homeless people to beat them up, right? And then seeing how he's demasculated within the workplace, within the household, and how he tries to gain that masculinity back and gain that power back by doing things that I could just say he creates some drama, I'll tell you that. And the same thing with his wife. I feel like the interaction between Elliot and his wife, Tyrell's wife, is perfect. I didn't know that I didn't expect that interaction, but I loved it because it elevates this person who doesn't seem like they're a main character, but at least I peeped it. Just through the subtleties of their dialogue and their actions and the way they converse themselves, she is a force of nature as well. And I feel like they're going to elevate all these people who they now planted seeds, even within this episode, within the next season, and it's just going to, man, it's gonna be very, very interesting to watch. I'm very excited. We got the White Horse, or the Chinese hacker corporation that is super, super like they're bad people. Well, I don't know if they're bad people, but they definitely are on some next level ish. And he, knowing the actual CEO of E Corp. There's so many things that are happening right now, and they're doing such a brilliant job at balancing this and how Elliot is still the epicenter of it. Because with all these characters, right, you would assume that it would almost take like a Game of Thrones approach to, flesh out everyone's main character, right? Have everyone almost be a main character. No, this show is like, no, Elliot's the main character, but check all these other people out. And not only that, there's characters that are a lot more ambiguous. And what do I mean by that is New York City. New York City is a character in itself, and how this environment is being portrayed through the eyes of all the other physical characters. We have so many elements that take a shape of its own, and I'm excited to see how they grow. Again, seeing society be a character as well too, and how society in this episode in particular is getting to a point to where it's almost being radicalized. And how is society in season 2 with that radical nature going to develop? Is it just going to slowly go back to the way things were, or are we going to continue with the down spiral of chaos? And where does that lead to? And how does that affect all the other characters? Very, very fascinating things. I feel like one of the key things that makes this so captivating is that no matter what, every decision, every ripple, it could be from Elliot, or from society, or from New York City, or from F Society, or from Angela, or from Tyrell, or Tyrell's wife, or the CEO of E Corp. It could be anyone. The slightest action will have repercussions on everything that I just listed there. And I think that's what truly makes this watch so captivating, because literally every single action you will probably feel the effect from. And that doesn't happen in a lot of shows. Usually actions are there to help build up a main character's action, whereas this one, it feels like no matter what, the ripple is going to equally affect and distribute amongst all the other characters and all the other ambiguous characters that we just talked about, like New York City, society, etc. The show is awesome. I'm excited to check out more of it. I hope that you guys are too. I hope you guys are learning a lot and finding a lot of value in the process of storytelling, the process of, watching the show again and then maybe finding more value in it. Either way, the show rocks. I hope you're having a great time. I'll see y'all next time. Stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the back